when you're grieving, when you're deeply grieving, it's not only the experience of the loss itself, it's how alone you can begin to feel in the middle of it. And the truth is, most people mean well, they really do. But many of us grieving will hear things like, you should be over this by now. At least they lived a long life. Everything happens for a reason. You need to move on. I can't tell you how many times I've heard those phrases. And for me, it's been 6 years. I lost my mother, my father, and my sister right in succession, just when COVID was hitting, from 3 different cancers. And I had 2 years where I had a hard time just even getting out of bed. And I'm still dealing with that grief. I'm the only one left in my family, right? I should not be over this by now. I have moments, while those phrases that people say are often intended to comfort us, they can intentionally make grief feel even minimized, rushed, or emotionally unseen. There's nothing worse than being unseen when you're actually sharing with someone your grief. There's a lot of research on the distinctions between grief and depression, and they do share similar symptoms: sadness, exhaustion, struggling sleeping, changes in your sleep, difficulty concentrating, withdrawal, loss of appetite, even overeating shows up, and this emotional heaviness. It gets complicated because of everything that's going on in the world, because all the things that are going on in the world, I know I'm impacted by all those things with everything going on in the world. And our nervous system responds to grief physiologically. Our bodies respond to it. And one of the things I've noticed while we've been building Project Forgive, which is our non-religious community, would be a great way to put it, is how many of us continue to function externally while silently carrying enormous emotional pain internally. Is that you? Can you relate? I can certainly relate. Some of us go back to work. We still answer emails. We show up socially. We take care of families. Maybe we're a primary caretaker for someone. And internally, we're just trying to survive something that we feel like no one else fully understands. And in some degree, not everyone's going to understand your grief. No one can understand losing my mom, dad, and sister unless they did. That's big, right? For me, that's big. And grief does not move in straight lines. It's not a straight line. Sometimes it comes in waves. It can come with a song, with a birthday, an empty chair, a smell. For me, it's a clock that does bird sounds, my mom. It's the flowers outside that I planted with my sister and my mother. And then when they come up, especially now in the springtime, and I feel a lot of waves of grief because I miss them, right? I miss them. This is normal. This is normal. So I was thinking I'm going to give you 3 things to think about when someone in your life is grieving and what you can say instead that would actually comfort or have them feel close to you or feel close to themselves and feel seen, valued, and heard. One of the most harmful things you can say to anyone who's grieving is, you should be over this by now. No, grief is not a checklist. Some of us cry openly. Some of us need to talk. Some of us need to be silent. Some of us stay busy. Some of us become quiet. We all process pain differently. So here's something you can say instead that would deeply validate and have someone grieving feel heard and seen. Simple as, I'm here. I'm here. Another one, I'm thinking about you. I know. I love you. Another one, you do not have to go through this alone. I'm here with you. You don't have to go through this alone. I'm sorry it's so hard. Being there matters more than any perfect words. You know, I was thinking, like, do some people think grief is weakness? Like, this is my number 2. Grief, don't confuse grief with weakness. I don't know if I've never seen grief as weakness. Maybe some people do. I don't know. Grief research repeatedly shows that grief impacts your sleep, your stress hormones, your concentration, your ability to regulate your emotions. You can go be running on a roller coaster with your emotions, and of course your physical health. The body responds to loss. And many of us grieving are exhausted from trying to appear fine, right? We're trying to look fine for everyone else. And sometimes what you need most is the permission to not have to be that strong, and I say that in quotes, have it all together kind of person. So some of the things you can say in those instances, you might say, you don't have to pretend with me. Thank you for being so real with me. It makes sense that this hurts. Take the time you need. I'm here. These are all great, validating phrases that create emotional safety, especially during grief. One last thing I want to leave you with. Allow joy to exist alongside grief. We are complex human beings. We can feel many emotions at once. We're complex. And it's one of the most misunderstood parts of healing, because many of us grieving, we unconsciously believe that maybe that laughing or smiling or resting or traveling or reconnecting or even experiencing happiness somehow dishonors the person we lost or the situation that has us grieve. Joy and grief can coexist together. We are very complex. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say. Moving forward doesn't erase connection. Here's a couple of phrases you could say to someone that you anticipate or you're thinking these might be good phrases. Here's what you say instead. I know they would want you to keep living. You're allowed to experience joy too. It brings me joy to see you feel joy. Brings me joy to see you feeling joy, my friend. I love you. Those are great phrases. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give is allowing people the space to just be human without any judgment. Grief is not something we just get over. It doesn't work that way. It becomes something we learn to carry in a different way. I probably will never get over my mom, my dad, and my sister. I miss them every single day. And I'm carrying it differently now, right? Carrying it differently. Okay, I'm cheering you on. Mwah! And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.